Good morning.
Hey, what is shaking up there in K-Town, sir?
Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful day for us up here
Oh,
today,
that's
looks like.
wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, we got a little bit of clouds, Again, they're here for the weather report, but they'll stick around for great campaigns. Well, it's great to hear from you. We've had a busy week, but we're back at it, and now we are here for session 5 of the first playthrough of the Vicksburg campaign. And ironically, this is one of those wonderful syzygies in the universe where everything just kind of comes together. I couldn't believe it. I got a little reminder this morning from the Great Campaigns Discord server that today, May 18th, the Siege of Vicksburg began, and in game terms, we are on turn 15, which is May 14th. So that means if we play really fast today, I've got a deadline to keep. So I've got 5 turns to get up there and start putting Vicksburg to siege. Do you think I could do it? Maybe. We'll see. But I've got a goal today. I'm no longer listless and just wandering through southern Mississippi.
Yeah, I was surprised when I saw that. So I dug into the game is history section and said, oh, wow, I'm doing okay then. I've got you slowed down pretty good.
You have. You have. So kudos to the boys in Butternut. And for those of you just joining us, well, we encourage you, of course, to go back and start the campaign from the beginning. There's lots of slow marching to watch. Otherwise, if you've been keeping with us, thank you, of course. And we'll see how today goes. I think I've got some pretty good promise. Pulling the calendar back up. Today we have rolled the random event, and it is command paralysis. So I've heard the off-track betting going on of people saying, "Oh, Roger's in the thick of it now," and other people saying, "No, Patrick's not going to take advantage of that." So it's good to know we have a little side gig going with odds makers. But be that as it may, what are your opening thoughts on this, based on what happened last time?
Well, my opening thought is I think I've got you way behind the historical schedule. Not that I don't think that really plays much into things. Did not want command paralysis this turn. I had some things I was thinking about doing this turn, but it did require division level coordination, which I no longer have. And I also lost my bonus for movement. So it's maybe for me hoping you don't roll well and hanging tight on this line as long as I can and see what happens. From a historical viewpoint, command paralysis, this is where Davis was telling him to do one thing and Johnston was telling him to do the other thing, do something else. And so they kind of tried to split the difference. And that was a mistake. He should have done either gone all out for the defense of Vicksburg or all out for joining Joe Johnston. Probably the second option was the better option. So yeah, I've got to get him to box 4 before he can really do anything. Till box 5, then he can do whatever he wants. But box 4 is key, and so other than that, he's just going to be sitting there in Jackson. And you'll know he's sitting there in Jackson.
Yes, I will. That's right.
It's not like we're doing something off map where you can't see, and you're relying on my honor. So that's going to be crucial for me. Of course, now you have amphibious operations starting. I start after this turn. We'll start doing entrenching, which will help. I can entrench wherever I want, which will be nice. So there's a lot of things that are going to start happening here on turn 15 and into 16.
Very much so, yeah. I have to not have you standing still at this point, and I've got to be making some forward progress. So, yeah. But that's every scenario of this system now, isn't it, right?
Well, on one side or the other, yeah. Usually, well, there are some, not campaign games, but there are some scenarios where it is a straight up slug match. But yeah, this is about one side's got to be moving and the other side is hoping. I'm obviously hoping for double ones soon and for you to roll 1 on continuation for this turn to end quickly and get out of command paralysis. Because I was looking at this yesterday just going, boy, I don't know how I can't do what I want to do because otherwise I'm just setting myself up. I'm going to have somebody hanging out and getting caught.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
What are your general thoughts on the situation?
My general thoughts are exactly that. I have been provided with an opportunity here because obviously you are going to be doing everything piecemeal, and if I can catch somebody unaware I'm kind of set up with McClernand's right now, so we'll just keep an eye on what Pemberton and Loring, who are with him, what they're going to do as they perhaps try to extricate or stand off. I'm less likely right now with McPherson, which is unfortunate because I still have that one unit out of supply and he has not recovered, and I really need that full strength army. So they're just going to stare across the Bayou Pierre. It seems like this turn. So really, the moving piece is Sherman here. What he rolls, what he gets to, how quickly you can reinforce, all of those wonderful vagaries. And I've placed MacArthur up here just as a check. It serves two purposes for me. One, it prevents Baldwin from sneaking in behind me, but at the same time, it also prevents Baldwin from going away. I call him MacArthur's Velcro because you are less likely to move Baldwin away to assist anybody with me sitting right there. So that's kind of where I am. And I don't really have to worry about wagons right now because we do have the depot. We're all in Claiborne County. So at least this strategic cycle, I feel pretty good. It's just the randomness of the strategic event and the next turn event is what I'm very wary of. But unlike you, yes, I don't want double ones. I do want to try to stretch this out as much as possible so I could try to move some things around, even though I don't have a lot of movement to go. But in a nutshell, that's what I want this turn, and it will not happen because that's the universe, right?
Yeah.
So, well, let us get underway. We have done the random event. It is now time for a leader transfer. So I'm not gonna move anybody. Sherman is where he is. Yeah, all of my leaders are set right now. So if you want to move any around, it's to you.
Yeah, I'll move Upton back to Bowen. Just, it really doesn't matter because I can't do an assault this turn. So I'm just going to move him because I don't have leader activation this turn or assault capability. So I'm just going to put him there.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's it for that.
Let's see. Attachments. Do I have an attachment now? I don't think I do. No, not yet. Sub 1 is still trying to play catch up. So nothing for me.
Yeah, nothing for me. I guess I could bring no, because I'll lose the entrenchments. So I'll leave the First Missouri unattached, and I think that's the only possibility. Yeah, Cockerell's a named brigade, and of course Tillman's named. Yeah, that's all I've got. Yep, nothing free.
Well, then I will roll us up our first initiative and wish you the best of luck today, sir.
Yep, good luck to you as well.
And it's yours. Off you go.
Okay, well, I guess I'm going to activate Reynolds for movement next to Stevenson because I'm not going to do what I was going to do. So here's his movement roll. I'll roll it straight up. That's fine. And he's just going to go under Taylor to give me a 10, which makes that a little tougher target with 2 artillery pieces. Initiative. That's mine again. Well, that goes to show you I could have maybe banked on the getting the movement that I wanted. Okay, I'll take green under Bowen. Here's his movement. Well, he could go 6. I hope he doesn't have enough to get into Loring's hex with that movement alone. He's just going to do a min move to there. Initiative. That's mine again. Man, I got the initiatives. I could have done what I wanted to do, but Loring's just got to do his face off there. Well, I'm going to move this 3rd Kentucky Cavalry. So straight up die roll. Goes 5. What am I aiming him for? Down there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Initiative. That's yours. Now I'll see what you're going to do.
Well, like you, what I was going to do is completely different now. So bring up sub 1. Here is his movement. That's good movement. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Initiative. High ties, that's yours. Oh, I win all
So
ties.
in this command paralysis, you win all
Yeah,
ties. That's
okay.
another thing.
All right. Um, I'll have Sherman activate all three of his divisions. And here's their movement. 3. So Steel will go with Sherman 1, 2, 3. And Tuttle will go 1, 2. Blair will just go overland to there. Initiative. Mine. I'll have Hovey march. Here's movement. Wow, great movement. He's got 7. That's unfortunate. Oh well, let's just go there. Initiative. It's mine. Sherman activate all 3 again. Here's movement. 4. So Sherman will go there. Tuttle will go 1, 2, and Blair will go 1 and 2 to there. Initiative. That's mine. Okay, well, let's give it a shot. Let's see, we got, yep. So Sherman will activate Steel for an assault. Take him to 3. And Loring will be the target. So Buford and Tillman will be attacked. Here's the assault attempt +1. It fails. Excitement! Initiative. That's yours.
It's hard to coordinate in that Loess, I gotta tell you. I've seen it. Ooh.
You captured one of my couriers, and you found out the plan.
You get ties. If I leave him there, that increases the ratio. I have artillery covered. Come in with steel, and you'd have the ratio covered. Right now, you do not have a flank. Is that right? Because you have 5 hexes covered, but both 4312 and 4512 are going to come off.
Yeah, I do not presume any flanks ever at this point, except maybe a +1 sometime. But yeah, no, I got nothing. This is just sheer blunt trauma.
Oh, do I want to back? I'm going to leave him there. If I had not command paralysis, I'd be retreating right now. But I do have, so I can't. I just don't like giving up a potential ratio, and I might take it on the chin. Let me look. You always taught me to look at the command. Okay, it's this difference between a 6 and an 8. So it does put me in a higher category if I leave Buford behind. So I would lower my chances of getting a manpower loss. I am going to activate Tillman for movement. He's the 2-2-1 guy. Might cost me. It might not. I'll roll for movement. 5. He's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there. Because that's a restricted Zoc at Humphrey. And let's see what happens with this initiative. That's yours. It would have been mine, but you get it with high ties, or all ties.
Okay, well, we'll take Steel to 4 and see what happens. We'll try an assault again. Scribble the notes on the pad here. +1. Okay, it comes off this time. Now we're going to ask General Grant for a grand assault. And it's +1 to this roll. Ooh, it does come off, so it's a 3. So I get 2 more hexes.
Yep. Now, this is where that decision to retreat may or may not pay off.
So,
or I should have pulled them out of there earlier.
It would be nice to get 3 to 1, so I need to get to 18. 4 to 1 would be 24.
Which you can get to.
I can get to, yeah. So I've got 9, 18. Yep. Let's do.
You can get to.
Yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna So we've got steel. I'm going to activate Hovey. He's going to be 9, another 9, so 18. And then I'll bring in car at 7. So that's 25.
You're also going to get a die roll for artillery in that
Okay.
case. I believe 7.
Yeah, so let's start this. So we got a +1 for assault. We are tied on tactical. My ratio is now 4-1, so that's +3 ratio. And yes, I've got 4, 6, 9 pieces of artillery to your 1. So
+8 or more is a die roll for you.
okay, so on even, I will be using my artillery. I am. Okay, so we got a +1 for artillery. And there's no terrain, there's no flank, so I just see a straight up +5.
Yep.
Okay, so here's
So even if I'd have left Tillman in there, you could have gotten the exact same ratio. You just would have had to have brought in
more people. Yeah, yeah.
more guys. Yep. Okay, so that's fine.
All right, here's +5. Oh, the universe hates me.
So that result is a
+1.
Oh, +1. Okay.
I'm gonna go give that an honorary mush because that was a beautiful, a most beautiful attack.
It was. It really was. I mean,
This game just vexes me. I'm terribly vexed. 24, and I +1, so I lost 2D on that. 2D. I mean, you can't make that up. It's just gonna happen every time. All right. So that puts me now at 10 manpower losses, and you are at 2. You, sir, may do a voluntary retreat if you wish.
We will. So he'll pick up.
Take 1 off.
He goes to disorganize, so he's going to go to fatigue 3. And he's going to flip, but he's done his job. And they're going to go. Now I think he has to go follow the still retreat chart.
Yeah, he's
correct?
got to go there first.
So he's got to go 1 to there, 2 to there, and there, because you could go around me. Rocky Springs.
Not with these dice rolls.
I'll stop there.
All right, initiative 1-5. There you go.
So I think it's better to take Tillman to fatigue 2. I'll roll for movement just to see. That would have been enough to get Green into there, but I'm just going to move him over there. Initiative. That's yours.
This game does deflate you sometimes. We're going to move. I'll have McClernand activate Osterhaus and AJ Smith. Here's movement +1. Yep. Yup, indeed. So they're going to go 1, 2. And AJ Smith will go 1 to there. Initiative. Mine. I'll take AJ Smith to 2. Movement. That's fine. He's going there. Initiative. Mine. We'll attempt an assault with Osterhaus. Straight up. He will go to 2. And it will be on Tracy. So here's the +1 attempt. It comes off because he's a 4.
Yep.
All right, now we'll try for a grand assault. Can we have a grand assault, General Sir? Yes. Yes, so we will now bring in Osterhaus, or AJ Smith as well. So he goes to 3. And so here we go. We have a +1 assault. We do have tactical this time, +1 tack. I've got 15 to 6, which is 2 to 1, so +1 for ratio. And I have 4 pieces of artillery, which covers your 1. So
Yep.
I just see a +3, no flank, no terrain, so +3.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No flank.
Yep.
Yeah. Because. Yep. Yep. Okay.
Okay, here's +3. There we go. Ah,
Oh,
okay. Dave,
so that's a +8
that's getting a little brighter there. Yes, +8.
on 6 is going to be 2 DR for me with a
Yep.
star.
So double
So,
demoralized.
so you get your guys back.
Yep.
Thankfully, this isn't a +3 situation. So 1, 2, and 3. Lose 2 manpower. 2. And he increases his demoralization to. Okay, so he's going to go further away by road for 1, further away for 3, 4, 5. You know what? I'm going to take him all the way there for 6.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. I'll take him all the way there for 6.
And we're going to. Oh, yeah. We will advance just Osterhaus. Yep. Okay. Initiative. That's yours.
He had no effect on you at all, I
No,
assume.
just in
+8.
advance.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's. This is where I really can't stand this command paralysis. It didn't bite me with Loring, but could bite me now with Stevenson. We'll take Tilden to T3. Here's his movement. It's 3, so he can only go 1 hex to there. You know, extend. He's okay. There's no modifiers. Right. Okay, initiative. That's mine. I'll take Buford. Here's his movement. He can go 5. Here's his extend +1. He's okay. And he's just going to go 1 to there. Okay, initiative. Mine again. Okay, I could have gotten Stevenson out of that hole. Dang it. So with that, I want to kick myself if I get another initiative in a row. Yeah, I'll leave Stevenson where he is. Take the 3rd Kentucky. 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 to there. Initiative. Yep, didn't get the initiative that time. But I could have gotten out of there if I'd wanted to. Okay.
Okay. Let's have Sherman activate Blair. Go to 3. Here's movement. Wow, great. He will transfer to him. Here is extended march. It's even still, +1, -1. It's okay. And they're just going to go to there. Initiative. That's mine. I will have Osterhaus activate and go to 3. And here's movement. Also great. Here's extended march. Also good. They will go to there.
Now, pardon me, was gambling you were going to get fail on some of those extended marches. But...
Yeah. Initiative. That's yours. Now you may extricate if you wish.
Yeah, let's see. So right now you have 5 hexes covered, but both are going to come off, correct? Because that's a swamp.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, everything's coming off, so no flank.
So no flank, so no point to put up flanks refused. So I assume you're going to come in from Osterhuse's hex, because that avoids the creek. So, yep, they will stay where they are. Herbe will stay where he is. This might seem kind of silly, but I was seeing something in the rules that may help me down the road. So I'm going to take Greg to fatigue 1, and he is going to get on the railroad. So he's on the railroad.
Okay.
Oh, initiative. That's mine. And he's going to ride the rails and go to Jackson. Going to disembark. So he gains 1 fatigue. And for those of you who are wondering why I did that, if I get the right strategic event, I get the possibility of building a redoubt in Jackson. And the more manpower I have there, the more likely it is I'm going to get that redoubt. So that's why I'm doing that. Hoping for the best, as they say, but preparing for the worst. Okay. I'm looking at Barton. I guess I'll leave him. Featherstone. If I open that up, you're just going to run that way, which creates problems down the stream. So I'm going to pass and let you do what you're going to do.
Okay.
And hope for the best on your command rolls.
Well, they've been iffy to this point.
You've got 2 grand assaults.
Today they've been good, but to this point, like somebody wake up, Grant. I'm gonna move Hall. I'm gonna move Hall. Here's his movement. That's fine. He's just gonna go on top of the wagon. Not that he needs it, but just to get him there. Initiative. That's mine. Okay. Let's look at all of this. So everything has to go to plan, right? It has to go perfectly. I would have to initiate with McClernand. So that's a 50-50 proposition right there. Then another 50-50 potentially to get Grant in, to bring in Sherman's hex. So that would be 8, 15, 23. That doesn't get me to, that only gets me a +1. It's a big mess proposition because tactical's not in my favor. So I don't see a lot of promise there. If the accountant in me with my little visor on says, let's do this, I was really kind of hoping that you'd try to withdraw 1 and then I'd get the next initiative.
Right.
But
yeah, so
you're too smart for that, Roger.
Well, I could have done it. I've had a couple opportunities to back guys out. I just don't trust now the initiative is now in your favor, not in the Confederates' favor,
Right.
Which is,
right.
For the people who aren't familiar with the game series, usually ties go to the Confederates all the time, or it's at least 50-50, but this command paralysis is just, I don't know what it's supposed to do, which is hide the Confederates' hands to just sit there and take it.
Yeah. Yep. And the way it is, I've lost 1, 2, 3 divisions for next turn, basically, because they're all going to be at exhausted 1. So I need to kind of keep Blair and Tuttle somewhat flexible. And, I just have a feeling you may, if I overextend here and weaken these, you're going to come roaring back. So you've passed. I'm going to look around and see if there's anything else. I don't believe there is. So I think I've taken as much advantage of this as possible. So I'm going to pass as well. And we're going to end.
I should have moved my guys on, but that's fine. I can do that next turn. They're not part of their army relief guys that come in.
Yep.
So
okay, so I'm going to hit. Before we go into the strategic cycle, right? Because that is today. First, right? That is right. Yeah, we do recovery first. Okay. So I'm going to attempt one last time with Logan, and I called it last time, to get a 1 or 2 on foraging. So here we go. The amazing Kreskin. Yes, he is now in supplies. That's Control G, and he will recover just in the nick of time that we don't need it. Alright, so I'm going to hit the recover in the sunshine. Alright, so let us do our strategic segment here. Let's go through the steps here. Strategic segment. Well, I gave us the first roll today, so why don't you give us the strategic event and see what happens?
Okay. It's a 3, which is siege, attrition, and Union mine operation.
Both results occur. Okay. Well, I don't know that any of that occurs because
It's not besieged. So that doesn't. And what's the other one? Union mine operation. So it's not besieged. So I guess this is a no effect.
I'm guessing it is a no effect. Okay. Well, sadly, more importantly, for the first time this game, I will not have the benefits of my.
Oh yeah, you extended march bonus. Yeah.
So I'll take that, put that off to the side.
Okay.
All right. What else we got? Union Depot. Well, I've got a depot. I'm not going to disassemble the depot. I'm happy with the depot, so we move right along. Supply segment, that's pretty easy. Everybody is in Claiborne County with a depot, so I am completely in supply. So that was easy.
Nobody crossed out of Claiborne County
Nope.
yet? Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
By happenstance, yeah, I wanted to over here, but that was too far, as it turns out. Let's see, what else? We now have the Vicksburg Fort. No. Vicksburg Garrison. No. Manpower adjustment. I believe we have that.
That's Union manpower adjustments. So this is turn
15.
15. So you roll a die and consult your adjustment table.
Okay. I've lost 10 manpower. Right. So I'm going to roll a single die. You tell me what it is. It's 2.
2 or less. Okay, Vicksburg is not besieged, so no modifier. Union manpower losses due to combat retreat or cavalry retreat roll 10 to 19. You get a +1.
Okay, so it's a 3 now.
If decreased siege has occurred, has not increased, has not occurred. So you're a 3?
Yes.
You're not going to like this.
I'm going to lose how many?
3 manpower value.
So I'm going to lose 1 from Crocker. So that's 1. He's going to come down to 8. Let's see, where else? Where are my 9s? I need them up front. I'm going to lose 1 from sub 1. And 1 from Hovey, since they're on the back. Okay, that's my 3.
Okay, it looks like I'm still in the auto gain 1 before I start rolling on the same kind of table. So I'm going to go ahead and finally put that guy into Tillman.
And I would, I'm going to actually change one of mine. I'm sorry, not related to yours, but yeah, I'm gonna give it back to, because the whole point of me having Crocker at 9 was like 15. So I'm gonna put it back to 9, and then yeah, I'll take the third one from Carr. There we go. Okay, thanks.
And I guess that's it for that segment. In the next segment, I got to start doing the same rolling against a table.
Yes, so now it's the Confederate Army of Relief segment.
Okay, so I'm trying to move my box. That's what I'm trying to do. So I roll a die. It's a 2. -2, 15, so it's a 0. Johnson sick, no. Turn 50, no. President Davis pushes Johnson, no. Railroad station is not destroyed, so it's +1. The Army Relief marker does not occupy box 0. So it's a total of a 2, which is a no effect, so my box does not move. Andy. So I'm still heavily restricted.
Pemberton, you got this well in hand.
Yeah, he does sort of, kind of, but not really. Okay, so that's that.
Union Army of Maneuver, what's the restriction on that? I don't, it's clearly, that's after the besiegement has begun, I presume.
Vicksburg has to be besieged, and the Confederate Army Relief Marker occupies box 4 or 5,
Okay.
which
Yeah.
neither has happened. So
No.
you don't get to create that till I get
Right.
released.
Got it.
Basically.
Okay. And then Confederate reorganization. You get to
And I
do that
think
once per game, right?
yeah, I think I can't do that yet because I don't think I've got the right guys on the table.
Yeah, I think Walker needs to be on board, and yeah. Okay. All right, so we've done the turn indication phase. Vicksburg not surrendering. That's not end of game. Turn track, move forward. Pontoons. Okay. Interesting that pontoons come after recovery in this one. So, okay. Well, good to know. All right, so we've moved on then. We've completed that, and we are on turn 16 now. So let's say I give us a random event here. Let's see what the day is going to be like. So here we go. 2 dice. It's a 7. It's Union Intelligence.
That's new. I
Yeah.
don't think we've had that yet. Well, you would all tied initiative die rolls again.
Okay. Well,
And you automatically win the first initiative of the current turn with no die roll. After this, it's determined normally. Double ones may still in the action cycle.
okay. Fantastic.
Well, that's unfortunate. Because I think I know what you're going to do.
Do you?
I think, maybe.
All right, leader transfers. I'm going to move Grant over to Sherman. And yes, that is my only change, I think. How about you?
I'll move Bowen into green. Stevenson will stay where he is. And that's it for me.
Next we have attachments. My sub 1 is still not in place, so he's not attaching. Anything for you?
Well, nothing for me now.
Okay. Then we will start. I'll let you roll the first initiative. Oh, I get the first initiative automatically.
Initiative.
Yes.
Yeah, you get the first initiative
okay. Well then. Yeah, it does seem like I've tarried too long here. So I will have McPherson attempt to cross the Bayou. So he's going to activate both Logan and Crocker. And he's going to roll for assault and fail. Because you can't make this up. Initiative. That's mine. He's going to take them both to 2. And try that again. And now that goes. He was really insistent this time. Alright, so we have +1 assault. We have +1 tactical. And I now have a ratio of 3-to-1, so +2 for that. And artillery, I've got 5 pieces to your 2, so it's just covered, but I've got a -2 for crossing the ford. So I just see a +2 net.
Yes, finals +2.
Okay, so final
Nope,
plus.
final +2.
Yep,
can't do math.
that's right. Final +2.
I'll still can't get it right.
Here we go. Here's the attack. It's 4. Ooh,
It's a +3 result.
+3, man.
+3 on 5 is a DR for me.
And I'm guessing for 15, it's a 1 FA double F. So they are fatigued but crossed.
So he's going to pick up 3 fatigues.
I will take the 1 off of Crocker.
2, 3. And he's going to flip to disorganize. So he has to retreat further away by road. So he's got to go this way for 1, this way for 2. He'll go 3 and 4 to there.
Okay, and we will cross over.
You lost to manpower, but you didn't go disorganized. Okay.
Correct, yeah, it was 1 double F, or FA. Yep, double F.
Good.
All right, initiative. That's yours.
Well, Okay, with that, so I do not have paralysis. So I'm going to have Stevenson activate Taylor and Reynolds. Yep, I'm going to activate Stevenson. Let's get out of there. So they get a +2, finally. First time in forever, it seems like, for that roll. And, of course, they roll the min. Which means the best they can do is go 1, 2, 1, 2. Because they don't have enough to get into Fournier's hex. Initiative. Yours.
Well, that does change things.
Let's get a 2.
I know, right? That's it. That's just
2
it.
or better. That's all they needed.
Okay.
Which was the other reason I didn't do the back them out of there the last time, because I figured they wouldn't have a chance at. Oh, man.
All right.
Okay, that's all right.
We'll have Sherman activate everybody. They'll move forward. Here's movement. That's fine. They'll just take one step forward. Initiative. Mine again. Ooh, even better. I have Osterhouse. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So we'll have Osterhouse move. Movement. That's fine. Extended. Oh, he doesn't need an extend, so he'll just
Doesn't
go
need
there.
extend, yeah.
Yep. All right. Initiative. Oh, that's yours. Dang it.
Okay, we'll take them both. We'll roll for movement. Now he gets 7 movement points. They're the same. So Reynolds will go first. So he'll go 1, 2, 3. He'll go 4 there. He might as well go there. And these guys will go 1, 2, 3 to there. And okay, initiative. That's yours.
And you cannot destroy the bridge if I'm occupying next to it, so I'll have Sherman activate Tuttle. And here's movement. That's fine. And they will all go to there. Initiative. Possible end of turn. So on a 1, the game or the turn will end. It does not. Okay. That's mine. I will have Carr march. Here's his movement. 4. Here's extended march. Now +1. He's okay. And he goes 1, 2, 3 to there. Initiative. That's mine. McClernand activate AJ Smith. Here's movement. Wow, good movement. He's going to transfer down, and they'll go to there. Initiative. Mine.
Like I have paralysis.
I'll have sub 1 march. Movement. 3. 1, 2, and 3. Initiative. That's yours.
As you said, because you occupy one of the 2 hexes, so I cannot attempt to destroy it anymore. Okay. So there's that. Well, I don't see any reason to keep Featherstone where he is any longer. So I'll take him to fatigue 1. He'll march +1. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Initiative. Take Featherstone to fatigue 2, and he's just going to do a mid move to Barton. Initiative. That's yours.
Okay. Sub 1 will go to 2. Movement. It's fine. He's just going to join Carr. Initiative. Ties. So I win ties because of intel.
You win all ties, you intelligence. Yep, doesn't matter.
All right. We'll go to the turn track. I will have Ewing get a fatigue and arrive. Okay. Well, theoretically, I could come into any of these as an amphibious invasion.
That's how I read it, yeah.
So I think I'm going to bring them on at Laterno here. Okay, so Ewing has conducted an amphibious invasion, and that is the end of that action. Initiative, mine. Okay. 6 Missouri is going to march. Movement, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Initiative, yours.
Before I forget, let me bring these guys that are off map. I'll bring in Gist, and he comes into. Let me verify this. I'm pretty sure he comes into Jackson, but let me make sure that's right. Jackson goes into Jackson if the railroad's active, so that's it for him. Joe Johnson doesn't have any leaders until I get a chance to do some reorganization. Okay. That's it. Initiative. That's mine. I'll bring in the 25th, 29th Georgia, which is also Jackson. Initiative. That's yours.
I really want those guys to recover, so I will activate the 4th Iowa. Here's movement. Wow, good movement. Okay. They'll come up and 1, 2, 3, and 4 to there. Initiative. That's yours.
Take the 3rd Kentucky. So I've got all my guys. Yes, they're all on. Got how many? Got 9, 7, 22, which if I were to get that readout strategic event, I could build a readout almost automatically. So I'm going to take the 3rd Kentucky. He gets +1. Live. Buddy. 2, 3, 4, 5. Initiative. That's yours.
I'm going to move wagon A. Here's movement. 3, 1, 2, and 3. Initiative. Mine. I'm going to move Hall. Movement. 6. So it's 1, 2, and then 4 more, right? To 6 there. Initiative, yours.
First, I'm sorry, 3rd Kentucky again. He can go 8. Let's see. The MP pellet, so he's going to go. He has 8. He can just cross the ferry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there. Okay, initiative. That's yours.
I'll move Blair to 2. There's movement. And extend march now +1. He's okay. He'll go there. Initiative. Ties, that's mine. It's finally time to get the 2nd Illinois marching. So come on down here, cavalry. Movement. 9. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 to there. Initiative. Possible end to turn, and on 1 it ends. It does not end. But I'm looking around. I don't see much more that I want to do. They're going to rest up. So I'm going to pass.
I can activate Tracy with Stevenson. Here's his movement +2. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 to there. Initiative. That's mine. Okay, can Stevenson handle what's coming at him here, or do I need to pull? Well, I'd hope to have Smith dig in at that intersection. I think I'm going to have to pull him back across the river. So I'm going to take Smith to fatigue, Vaughn to fatigue 1. It's his movement +2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Initiative. Mine. I'll take him again. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
5, because the ferry is 1/3, so it's 1, and he's on road. So that's it for him. Mine. Okay, so I blocked. You can't build a pontoon into Tracy's hex, despite the fact he's demoralized, but it's the combat value, right? That's important.
Correct.
So that's blocked that. I'm going to pass and see what you're going to do.
Don't have a lot of options here, so not going to force a bridge crossing there. Everybody is on. Yes, I will pass as well. So we will end the turn. Make sure that... Yep, so we're going to hit the recover button in the sunshine.
I think lots of people should be able to entrench now.
Yes. It's going to get ugly. All these guys over here, yep, have now dug in. Fortress Natchez. Alright. MacArthur's dug in. That's good. Alright. Cool. Well, turn 17 then. Why don't you give us our random event?
It's a 3. That's probably going to be bad for somebody.
It's a late rain.
Oh, it's not as bad as it could have been.
Right, but that will add a -4 to the double ones. So rain could the specter of rain could end the turn early on a double ones. Then see how far I can march and do things before it starts to rain.
But only double 2s and double 3s.
Right, we'll start the rain. Yes. Okay. So we go back to leader transfers. Where do I want to move my leader? I'll move Sherman down to Steele and Grant down to Sherman. And that's good. I think I'm all right there.
Move Prempton over to Stevenson. Everybody else will stay where they are. Well, wait. Wait, do I want to do that one? I could move Fournay up. He's a 2. Boy, that's useless, isn't it? Tactical. So there's no point in having him sitting there. So I'm going to move Fournay. Where is he in the stack here? There he is. He's going to travel up here to Warrentown. He may have something to do up there. That's it for me, I believe.
So attachments. Finally, I have an attachment. Sub 1 is going to roll up into car. So that's going to give him... he will get 1 manpower, which will be broken still, sadly. He's up to 5/7, and he will get an artillery piece up to 3. There we go. And sub 1 goes back to HQ. That is my only one. Do you have any?
No, I could do First Missouri, but I'll leave him, and that's it. I don't think I can attach anybody else. Well, I guess Army of Relief. I'll deal with that when the time comes. So just leave them all.
All right.
They're fine.
Okay. So on to the action cycle. So I will give us our first initiative. It's yours.
I'll have Loring activate Buford to Tillman. Tillman's going to lose his entrenchments, which I'm not sure he should have had any. We'll roll for movement just to see what they get. That's what they thought they were going to get. So we'll have Buford go in with Bowen. Tillman and Loring will go in with Cockrell. Initiative, that's yours.
McClernand will activate Hovey to 1. Boo! Mrs. Bagnell's initiative. Mine, Hovey to 2. Movement with McClernand 4. 1, 2. Initiative. And Hovey to 3 with McClernand 3. Plus 1 extend. He's okay. Just there. Initiative. It's rain has started.
Late rain.
Yes.
Yep.
Rain has begun. Okay. Mushy roads. That is still mine. So, what shall we do now? I guess I cannot cross this ford, which sucks. I should have moved him sooner. Okay. Well, dig in, boys. Or metaphorically, I will have Sherman activate Blair, Tuttle, and Steele. Here is their movement. 3. Okay. Well, they're going to go here. Blair's going to go here. Tuttle's going to go here. Initiative. That's yours.
Take the 3rd Kentucky. So he has 7 movement points. He's going to go 2, 4, 6. Initiative. Mine. Take the 3rd Kentucky again. 2 and 4. Initiative. That's yours.
Okay. I have unit on the map, so I'll bring Bryant in. And it's basically a river transfer because he's coming in where Ewing is.
Mhm.
Initiative. Mine. Alright. Mushy roads. McClernand will activate Carr and AJ Smith. Movement. It's fine. They're just going to go to there. Initiative. Mine. 6 Missouri March. Movement. 5, 2, 4. Initiative. Mine. 6 Missouri again. 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. Initiative. Mine. 2nd Illinois. Movement. 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Initiative. Wow. A string that I didn't need didn't want, but I got it.
I'm waiting for double ones to show up.
I need
won't
right,
get
right.
a little bit, a few things I would like to do. I'm not going to get to do.
All right,
I can just see it coming.
We'll activate Sherman's entire corps. Look good. 2 movement 6. There we go. Sherman and Steele. Just gonna go there because it's 6 either way. Blair has an extend. He's okay. He's gonna go 2, 4, 6. And Tuttle does not need 1, 2, 4, and 6. Initiative, yours.
Okay. We'll have Stevenson activate Taylor and Reynolds. There's their movement. 7, they'll transfer to Reynolds. Go 2, 4, 6. Taylor following behind. 2, 4, and 6. Initiative. That's Union.
Okay. McPherson activate Crocker. Movement 6. Extended march +1. It's okay. It's going to go 2, 4, and 6. Initiative. High tide, that yours. That is yours, yeah.
Yeah. Been a while since I've had ties. Take Stevens, we'll take Taylor and Reynolds again. They go 5. So 2 and 4. 2 and 4. Initiative. That's yours?
2nd Illinois march. Movement 6, 2, 4, 6. Initiative. It's mine. I'm going to pass.
Okay. We'll take Smith. We'll take Vaughn. Go 6. 2, 4, 6. Initiative. Yours?
Pass.
Go Smith again. 2, 4, 6. Because the creeks are impassable. They gotta go over to the road. Initiative. That's double ones. Possible end of turn.
So a -4 to this roll. Anything 1 or less.
1 or less.
Yeah.
So
-4 to this roll, and the turn ends.
Okay. It ends. Okay. Wow, that's good timing. Because I was basically done.
Fantastic.
I don't think there's anything left for me to do that I wanted to try to do. So.
Right. I don't have anything, so we have. Yeah. So we're going to recover in normal because it's just late rain.
So they do entrench on late rain?
They do. Yeah. It does not affect. It does not affect entrenching or bridge building.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, and I think this is a good stopping point for today. Yeah, we're close to 2 hours. So let's do a couple things before we talk about it, because somebody had mentioned that. Thank you, Holger, for reminding us. Was that I had not zoomed out to show the full state of things, so you can still still see we're down here in the southwest. You know, so there's two operational theaters. There's Jackson, which is just building. Johnston's up there assembling the pre-Army of Relief. And we're all down here between Warrenton and Bayou Pierre, as expected. So the other thing we need to do, let's do our next random event and see what's waiting for us. I think you did the late rain.
I did.
Okay, so here is our next turn's event. It's 6. So it's Confederate command paralysis once again.
Sorry about that.
No,
That is
that's a true emotion right there, and that's what that's
that is just not what I needed to have happen.
cinema verite. Okay, so that's gives me some glimmers here as I build up along the Natchez roadblock. So we'll put that in, and here's our current VP track. I am currently at 11 manpower losses to Rogers 4. So I'm 7 in the hole, and I'm showing you, of course, the battle makeup to this point, so you can see all the pips and how things are going. And I guess I'll start the session discussion here. On the whole, it was a pretty status quo series of things for me. I was really worried, of course, by that 1-5 split on my behalf where I lost 2, but then I got the 6-1 against the second one and inflicted 2 on you. So even Steven, essentially on the manpower losses, we keep it where it was. Otherwise, I've made the forward progress that I've hoped for. I've managed to drive you across the Big Black, which is good. I keep Stevenson out of play for the moment, so that's one chess piece that I don't have to worry about down here. Also, I just keep slowly grinding and moving Bowen and Loring back, and that's fine. McPherson is now somewhat in play. At least he's making some progress. So I've managed to shift the line about 4 or 5 miles to the northeast, which I'm pleased about from the starting point. And I've given you some considerations up here at Laterno. I'm very surprised to see you take Stevenson and go hunting up there, because I've got breastworks now with Ewing, so I'm not sure with the gunboat and the water extraction evacuation. I don't know if I would do that, but I know you've got a plan, so I'm excited to see what you're doing up there.
Yeah, I thought I basically feel, Stevenson is, we got now a face off across the Big Black River down there. But yeah, I mean, now that I have command paralysis, it's like now it's like, well, crap. Now I'm kind of, next turn's going to be worse because I'm not going to be able to do anything about it. Which means Bryant will go to, I assume you'll just leave Bryant there, so he'll go to breastworks as well before I can get anything done. Between the late rain, which came in before I had a chance to move him, that was frustrating. In terms of today, the first turn 15, that first attack, I was like, okay, again, command paralysis, I decided to stand and take the hits and hope for the best. The first attack came off my way, the second attack didn't. So I'm happy that it went 50-50. That could have been significantly worse. Command paralysis, I think, is one of the worst random events in my view. That I'd rather have rain and be on the offensive than this command paralysis and be on the defensive, because you just cannot react. The Army of Relief, and for people who are wondering why I'm staying there in Jackson, is if I can get the strategic event for building a redoubt, I'll have a +3. I need to go back and read that now that they're starting to entrench. Maybe I don't need to leave them all there, but they're constrained to the railroad anyway. So there's not much I can do until I can get that Army of Relief up to 4 or 5. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not displeased. I just feel like there's going to be a hole in this dike pretty soon, and when it happens, it's going to be probably a nice end run by you. And you've got some ferries that are still open that I haven't destroyed yet.
Well, I'm certainly at odds with the obviously the roadblock that you've put there. That's the man-made, but the other unintentional man-made one are the road network, and there's just there's no good way to get there from here.
No, there isn't.
And even going around, you got Featherstone blocking, so progress has to be made this way. And even with your not depleted, but a lesser amount than you had with Stevenson and everyone in play, that's still able to hold that line, and I've got to figure out a way. I need a punch through. I need a massive punch somewhere just to drive you back. That means I've got to bring everybody up, and as we've seen, working in concert with all of those vagaries can be a challenge for the Union.
Yeah.
But if I can get that, I don't know if it'll be a full end run, but I need to make a lot more substantive progress over the next 3 to 5 days. because we've just been trapped down here for just a little longer than I expected or hoped or wanted or whatever. And insert your own verb there. But yeah, it was good session, fun as always. That you get the heart palpitations with the 1-5, and then the elation of the 6-1, and it all just kind of works out. And then yeah,
It does.
yeah. But we will turn it over to you, gentle viewers, of course, to give us your reactions to this one. Now we've got 5 sessions in the campaign and got 17 turns in the can, and we'd love to hear what you have to say about it. Of course, keep all your thoughts and opinions about future actions to yourselves, and just see if we play along with what you would do if you're playing this on your own table at home. And all the comments are loved. If you found a goof, please let us know. We'll correct it at the top of the next one. And of course, we just love having your participation. So if you see this out on social media and you can tell a friend about it, awesome. That's the best way to get this out there so people see it. So repost that and click the like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And then Roger and I will sit down and formulate our plans for next week. Thank you once again to everybody who kicks in $1 or $2. I'm showing you that list. We got a new one this week, so welcome. Thank you very much. Your name is up there in lights. And Roger, I hope you have a wonderful week. Stay cool up there, my friend.
Well, you too. Bye-bye.